This vehicle is leaving the station. Please hold on. Please move to the center of the vehicle and away from the doors.
From the great American Southeast, Atlanta, Georgia, welcome back to the No Wheat Geek. Today we have music news. And something you wouldn't think would be making news, obviously Eddie Van Halen just recently passed away. Very, very sad, an innovator of music. But David Crosby apparently had some things to say about Mr. Van Halen, and he got some people upset. And when I say upset, I mean upset. Let's get into this. Oh, I love it. David Crosby draws the ire of Van Halen fans after dismissive Eddie Van Halen tweet. That's right, in 2020, a tweet can draw ire and make you angry. This comes from blabbermouth.net. Quote, legendary singer, songwriter, and guitarist David Crosby has drawn the ire of Van Halen fans for seemingly minimizing the talents of recently deceased guitarist Eddie Van Halen. After a Twitter follower asked Crosby for his opinion of Eddie, David replied simply, meh. Literally, that's what he said. I want to scroll down to the tweets here. So here we are. Twitter user Henrik Persson asks, hey, I know you're not into metal, David, but what's your opinion on Eddie Van Halen? And again, he goes, meh. Here's where the fun begins. Twitter user Susan at Seriously Susan says,
wow, that was rude, unkind, and totally lacking empathy.
Because he the guy died. I get it. But he was asked about the opinion of Eddie Van Halen, and he gave his opinion, but that's not good enough. So he says, sorry, Susan, just meant he doesn't move me much. So he clarified, he's not talking about Eddie Van Halen, the person. He's talking about his music. Someone asked his opinion. He gives it. People get angry. Welcome to 2020. Fight the Power was really upset. He says,
yeah, the guy only changed the world of guitar. Jeez, Dave.
David Crosby responds. He says, Hendrix changed the world of guitar. Nobody else, really. Look, I get it. Many of you loved Van Halen. And the one time I met him, he was nice and he was talented. Meh, to me, means I don't care that much. And I don't. Doesn't mean he wasn't good, but he was not for me. So again, if you don't want to know someone's opinion, don't ask the person. That's the lesson for today. I'm not a big fan of David Crosby. His music was great. He is way too political for me, almost in a nut job sort of way, but that's his opinion. Let him do what he's going to do. When someone asks his opinion and then get hurt because he answered, that's on you. But let's keep going because this is fun. Alex Skolnick. All right. This is the lead guitar player for Testament, and he's the biggest whiny baby ever of a metal guitar player. I'm not even joking. Look up his tweets if you don't believe me. The guy gets offended at everything. He also has a little bit of TDS, but let's keep going. He jumps in and says,
hey, I appreciate that David Crosby too much for this to get in the way, but a much better answer would have been, I knew he meant a lot to so many, but his sound and style just weren't my thing.
Alex, you whiny baby, listen up, man. And I know you're not going to see this. I hope you do, but I know you're not. But here's the thing. How metal is it of a person to politically correct people's thoughts on the internet? That's what you just did. David Crosby gave his opinion on Eddie Van Halen, and that wasn't good enough for you. So what you had to do is script what his response should have been. That's so metal, dude. Listen, I don't have hair now, but I used to. And I hung with your crowd, Alex, and I'll tell you, nobody gave a shit what anybody thought came out of another person's mouth. You're a whiny baby. Let's keep going. My favorite comes from Tracy Guns. Tracy Guns, man. Again, you know, how rock and roll is this?
Wrong answer is fucking rude as fuck. There are better ways to say you don't care for someone's music. That was very disrespectful, and yes, straight out fuck you for your smug answer.
Oh, Tracy Guns. You used to be a rebel. You used to be this rock and roll. I guess you kind of got screwed on the whole Guns N' Roses deal, but you still had a hit or two. But come on, man. I'm quoting Biden now. We got to keep going. My favorite comes from Dee Snider. You remember Dee Snider from Twisted Sister? He had one mega hit party song. I think it was written for him. He hadn't really done shit since then, but he has a lot to say. Dee Snider says,
I agree with Tracy Guns.
I don't know why I'm talking like that, but it's fun. He says,
agreed. That said, I always hated David Crosby and his mustache. Just saying. Hashtag just saying.
Oh man. So yeah, that's what's going on. Listen, I've already said I don't agree with everything David Crosby says online. I try not to look, honestly. But if we live in an age where someone can't ask an opinion and get an honest answer and the world blow up, I'm waiting for others to chime in. I'm waiting for Axl Rose to say something. I'm waiting for people to jump in there and say how much they've been personally offended by that comment. When you know what? Eddie Van Halen himself probably doesn't give a shit. The guy had millions and millions of fans. And if you personally were not one of them, it's okay. It's fine. If you ask someone their opinion on another musician and they don't agree with you, scroll. Just keep scrolling. That's Twitter. You can keep scrolling and everything's cool. It just works out that way. Anyway, that's all that I've got to say about that. What are your thoughts on Eddie Van Halen, on David Crosby? Me personally, I haven't talked about it much on this channel, but I was a huge Van Halen fan, and I am very sad that that band won't ever be together again in that incarnation. But I always have the albums to listen to, and I'm grateful for all of your musical contributions, Eddie. So rest in peace. Anyway, thank you again so much for watching this channel. Again, brand new. I think I'm 3.5 weeks old now, something like that. And every view and subscription counts. Subscribing to this channel is free. You just click the button and it's done. Turn on notifications. You'll be notified every time I release a new video, which is weekly, many videos a week, as well as live streams. You can go on this journey with me, and together we can take this channel to sky's the limit. Thank you again so much for watching. I hope to see you back here again real soon.
This vehicle is leaving the station. Please hold on. Please move to the center of the vehicle and away from the doors.